So I just returned from Israel. And the reason why I love lentils so much is because every Friday night we had Shabbat dinner. And at Shabbat dinner, it's a meatless dinner. And because it has no meat in it, we had recipes that had no meat, delicious recipes, and one of them was lentils. Lentils can be made in so many different ways. You can make croquettes and soup, patties, you can put them in stews and salads. They're just awesome. So today, let's get started in making our lentil soup. Lentils provides lots of fiber, and it also has about 6 different vitamins and minerals. It's really healthy for us. So lentils is awesome. In addition to that, lentils cuts down on cholesterol. And for those of us that have high blood sugar, lentils is great for that too. So wow, lentils does so much for us. These tiny little beans, these are lentils. They grow in pods of 1 or 2 beans each, and they have a large variety of different types and different colors of lentils. The best lentils to cook, the ones that are the less mushy, and they only get mushy if you overcook them, but the ones that are the less mushy are the brown and the red lentils, so those are the most popular. So I love lentils. Whoa, we're gonna make a great lentil dish and I can't wait. You know, lentils have been around for about 8,000 years. They were first discovered in the Middle East, and they also have been found in Asia. But 8,000 years ago, people were eating lentils in the Middle Eastern countries. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a small kitchen, so I'm cooking over here near the stove so that we can all see what's going on. Here I have my cabinet, and I have a couple of items up here. Right now I'm looking for some olive oil. So you want to add some olive oil to your pot. And you just want to put some right at the bottom of the pot. And then we're going to put in our ingredients. We're going to get the pot warm. And here I have half a cup of celery. We're going to put that in there. And then we're going to add some garlic. Fresh garlic would be great, but I don't have fresh garlic. This is the garlic that I used. And it's the garlic that's already been minced in the plastic container. And I used 2 heaping tablespoons of that. I usually use this instead of the fresh garlic. It just works out really good for me. But if you want to use the fresh garlic, you're going to use 4 cloves of garlic, and you're going to chop it up nice and small. I used 2 tablespoons of garlic, and we're going to add the garlic in. And we're also going to add in some carrots. I have 2 cups of carrots here, and we're going to put that into the pot. We're just going to let it get warm just so the garlic can warm up and cook in with the carrots and the celery. So while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the tomato. And we're just going to cut it into chunks. We're going to add the tomatoes in with the pot of the other ingredients. That is cooking and getting warm. I smell the garlic already. And we added a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil there. And now we're just going to go ahead and put in the tomatoes. It's got the carrots, the celery, the tomatoes and the garlic. Just letting that get warm. And lentils are really a very hearty meal and really quick to cook also. After we actually get the water inside the pot for the lentils, it's only going to take about 30 minutes before we have a great, hearty, delicious meal. So lentils need to be rinsed off or washed before they're actually cooked, and that's what I'm going to do now. And we're going to use 1 cup of lentils for our soup. Also, when we add the water, we can add a full pot of water if we like. It'll take about 6 to 8 cups of water. Or if you happen to like the taste of meat in your soup, you can also add chicken broth. I'm going to use water only because I don't want to eat meat. But if you like, you can add chicken broth. So I do have these chicken broths cubes, and the cubes for me are the easiest to use and it tastes so delicious. So they're little cubes like that, and you put 1 or 2 in the soup and you have a great tasting soup with a chickeny brothy taste, which adds a little bit more flavor. But the lentils soak up all the flavors that you put in there, so the soup's going to be delicious. So I'm not sure if I said exactly what ingredients we included in this lentil soup. But the ingredients are 2 cups of carrots chopped, 2 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of garlic, and it was the minced garlic that I got from the grocery store. It wasn't fresh. But if you want to use fresh garlic, you want to use 4 cloves, chopped and smashed. You want to make sure that they're cut up nice and small, the cloves of garlic, because you don't want to have big chunks of garlic in your mouth when you are eating your lentil soup. And we also have the celery chopped up in small pieces, and the half a cup of celery was actually about 3 celery stalks. A large round tomato, fresh, and you want to cut that up into small cubes also and just put that right in. And then you cook it while you are rinsing off your lentils, and it's going to allow the garlic to get into the ingredients, and it's going to allow the garlic to kind of like pop a little bit and become flavorful. Looks good. Okay, so we are going to add our water, and then we're going to add our lentils. We're going to add about 6 to 8 cups of water. If you're going to be also adding some actual chicken broth, you can make it half water, half chicken broth, or just add the chicken broth to taste. For me, I use the chicken broth cubes. They work good for me, and I put in 2 cubes. Now we're going to add the lentils. And we're going to let that cook for about a half an hour.